the thing I really love about Wellington is the accessibility, how easy it is to move around it. Yeah, I purposely decided to live in the city just so that I can walk to work or like to cafes, restaurants. Everything's like so central. Even like walking to the hospital is not an issue, even though like I mostly Uber there and then walk back home, you know? So yeah, I would say like that's my number one. That's what I love the most about Wellington.
If you were to give Wellington City a rating between 1 and 10, 10 being amazing, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 7.
Why is that?
Pretty cool. I think it's an attractive city. I've walked that city since I was a teenager everywhere. I can walk the whole city in half a day. There's so much to see. There's so many places to go. It's visually nice. The views are amazing. And generally it feels safe and friendly. And it still feels like that too. So, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Favorite place in Wellington and why?
Probably Mount Victoria, because it's the place that I spent the most time living in when I was in Wellington, and it's kind of a center heart of the city. It's very close to a lot of things, but at the same time it's far enough away where you've got kind of a feel of the bush with mountains behind, and you can get the natural setting, hiking, and just a more rural feel when you go up there. But it's still close, like I said, to the city, so you can go to the gym, to the supermarket, the beach, just all the events and activities that are in the city are just within a few minutes walk. So it's got to be my favorite place.
So currently my favorite place is Oriental Bay, and the reason why is because I love like walking there. It's such a great like scenic place to like walk around. That's closest to me, right?
It's gorgeous there.
Yeah, and recently I went there during like sunset, and they had been developing this like walkway area for a while. So yeah, on that day when I went there to see the sunset, I was able to like walk around in that new area that they had been working on, and it's so beautiful. It's so much better. Yeah, so like those little improvements are quite nice. I feel like they made that space for people who fish there, but it's also good for people who like to walk around there, who like to take photos around there. It's such a good photo area. So yeah, that would be my favorite place then.
Things I would like to improve about Wellington, one is the public transport. It's a small city, so they don't have a huge amount of funds, but it seems like it could be done a lot better. The trains seem to be out a lot, or there's bus issues, and the routes are all screwed up. Another thing I would change is the way that seems like there's a lot of emphasis on parking in the city, or removing parking, and I don't have the answer as to how to fix it, but it seems like that's been going on for a long time, and there needs to be a better assessment of solution funding that goes towards figuring out lasting solutions, because as long as I've been here, these issues have been an issue. Have been just getting worse. So
this is so random. Wellington is like art city. I feel like they have like random like poles and art pieces around the city. I don't understand it. It's not actually that aesthetically pleasing. And like, for example, by Te Papa on the waterfront, they put like poles there, like it's like I guess like a guardrail, because I don't know, maybe because people have fallen there.
Yes, I hate them.
It's so ugly, and that's never been a thing, but it's a recent addition.
Yeah, it's not only ugly, but it's preventing me from sitting by the water.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's just on that area. It's not like a guardrail for the whole area, where like it's just one side. So I'm like, if it's for safety, it's redundant, because you're only doing it for one side. You're not doing it for the whole like waterfront area.
Yeah.
So I think that's a bit redundant. But anyways, yeah, they have all these like random poles and art pieces around the city, and I feel like you should take it away or don't add more, because it's not accessible for people who are visually impaired or will take them away. Like, also, like, the bike lane, why is it so wide? I guess like it's, you want to encourage people to bike more and not use their cars more. But I don't know, is there such a huge population of bikers that's what justifies having a huge bike lane? I don't know. It's just that like I've never seen so many people biking at one time where in my head I'm like, that makes sense.
Do you think it will encourage cyclists to bike more? Or people to buy bikes to cycle more?
I would hope so. But also like if you're gonna get an e-bike, it's redundant. Why can't you just use a normal bike that you grew up with, you know? If you're gonna have an e-bike, you should just walk. Like that's so crazy to me. What I'm trying to say is like if you have an e-bike and that's why we've built this huge ass bike lane, then no, we should take it away. If you have a normal bike, that's fine. That makes it, that I totally agree with that. That yeah, you should have your own bike lane. But again, it's like we're not Denmark or Netherlands where everyone is biking. It's only like 10% of the Wellington population biking.
I wonder if there's a speed limit for e-biking on the bike lanes. Because people also walk there.
Yeah, so I feel like Wellington just needs to, I mean, there's just so many things they need to improve on. You know, like
Tell me another one.
from like, I don't know if people know this, from like the lookout on Mount Vic,
Yeah.
you look down into the city, right? It looks old. Why does the city look old? That's so crazy. I don't know. They need to,
We need to like revamp our buildings a little.
yeah,
Modernize them.
yeah. It's not. I mean, obviously the number one thing is homelessness. I mean, given the way our social system is built in New Zealand, right? Like with work and income, it's meant to kind of prevent homelessness. But obviously, like homelessness is more than being able to be on the benefit, right? A lot of it is like drugs and alcohol. But yeah, I have no idea how the council will fix that. But they need to figure out how to get rid of homelessness or people who are just sitting there begging for money. It's making the city a little bit unsafe.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, like back in the days, homeless people, there was some dignity. You know, they actually like, they wouldn't pressure people to buy them stuff like these days.
Oh.
Yeah, like I've heard so many crazy stories where there have been some kind people who are like, yeah, let me, I'm not gonna give you money, but let me buy you food. And then the homeless person would be like, okay, can you buy me a burger from McDonald's? It's like, what? Why are you demanding? That's crazy. Like it's different from the homeless. Not that I saw homelessness as a, you know, growing up in New Zealand, but like even when I first moved to Wellington, there wasn't any homelessness that I saw.
Right.
So I don't even know, like, I wouldn't even be able to tell you like when it all started, but it's rapidly growing, the population of homeless people and the population of people who are like begging for money. But the thing is, like, culturally, the homeless culture is like more demanding than ever, and it's like, how can you be homeless and demanding at the same time? Like, that's crazy.
There's no exertion into the public space in a way, eh?
Yeah. So like there's a lot to improve on, but I guess like those are the things I can think of at the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm sure like the council have tried to figure out like some solutions already. I would say like, you know, I don't really know, because if homelessness is a consequence of drugs and alcohol, and getting rid of that issue, like that addiction, that's like a self thing. That's like only for you to kind of, you know, like only you can really recover. Like only you can put yourself out of that situation, right? So, and I think that's the issue that the council has to deal with, right? It's like they can't really help people
If they don't want to help.
if they don't want to help themselves. But the problem is, the reason why it should be a council issue is because it's a safety. It's a safety thing for the rest of us who want to enjoy the city, who want to feel like we can walk about and not have to be it's almost like like you're kind of taunted if you don't, or like you're kind of harassed if you don't give like money or food, you know. That's what I'm saying, like homelessness in 2025 is not the same as if there were to be homelessness in the early 2000s. So like, but also like, again, like homelessness shouldn't really be a thing in New Zealand if we have a system like working income, if that system works properly, right? If that system works properly, we shouldn't really have things like homelessness in the first place.
Difficult one, eh?
Yeah, so I would say like, unless the council can really fix the solution of that south problem, which is not the responsibility of the council in the first place, but if they could help people to like help themselves, then that will ultimately, like, you know, be the solution to getting rid of homelessness.